Dad in the studio with us today. How's it going, guys?
Hey, good, great, Greg. How are you doing, bud?
I'm doing wonderful.
Good.
You know, we got something special we're doing today.
Absolutely.
Have you heard about this?
Apparently.
Well, we're excited about it as well.
This basket of cookies are kind of giving it away.
Yeah. Well, what we've done is we set out at the end of the year and we asked the Solid Gospel listening audience, what would you say are the top songs of 2010? So from that, we kept whittling it down, and we came up with a top 10 list. And lo and behold, there's Tribute Quartet, and that's why I love him so.
Wow, what an honor! What an honor! We love the song, and Solid Gospel and all the support of it, and everywhere we turn, someone says, "We heard your song again."
That's great. Well, tell us about that song.
Well, the song was written by our former tenor singer, Mr. Brian Alvey, and myself, and Brian did most of the writing. And he just through life experiences, one day he was riding around in the car, and the Lord just started giving him the words, and he pulled over and started typing them down, and he come to me a little later and he says, "What do you think?" I said, "I like it." He said, "Will you help me do the verse?" I said, "I sure will." And from that point on, that was just a couple weeks prior to going into the studio, and had no intentions. We had pretty much all the songs we needed, but after I heard that song, I said, "We've got to record it."
Do you know going into it what's going to be very well received by the public or not?
No, not at all.
You don't know that you got a hit song on your hands here. You might think this one's a hit and doesn't really go anywhere. Or...
We try to assume, and we try to say, okay, this sounds like a good song to us.
Yeah.
But I think we never really know till it's there.
Absolutely. And I think you have to go on what ministers to you, to us as the artist, and hopefully it'll carry on from stage, each night to the listening audience.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you guys staying busy, out about all across the U.S.?
We are. We're actually keeping very busy. Harper is keeping us on the road right at about 200 days a year, so
Wow.
We're doing well.
A lot of dates, huh?
Yes, sir.
Now, you recently had some changes within the group. Why don't you tell us a little about that? What's going on there?
Well, back in June the 25th, we had a tenor change, and sitting here with me today is Mr. Riley Harrison Clark from Fairland, Oklahoma. He's our new tenor singer, doing an incredible job, and just recently, our bass singer for 5 years, Mr. Dennis Duggar, had to come off the road, and so we pulled in a new young gentleman at 28 years old, Mr. Anthony Davis from Dyersburg, Tennessee.
All right. You got to have that Harrison in there, right?
That's what they tell me. I never cared much for it until I got here, and then they've started throwing it in everywhere that they could, and I'm getting a knack for it, I believe.
Do you think it just makes the name stand out more?
Well, he's so young. I didn't want him to think that his mom and dad wasn't around when he's in trouble, when someone uses that middle name. So as long as we keep using that middle name, that'll keep him on the good path.
Man, I still to this day hate hearing that, It was always a big deal when you got the formal name and the middle name.
That's true.
All right, guys, we'll take a little break. We'll be back in a bit to talk more with Tribute Quartet.